We're raised on the myth that blood is thicker than water, but nobody tells you what happens when that water turns toxic. When seeing a single name on your phone makes your stomach drop, that isn't a lack of conscience, it's a cry for help from your own nervous system. Today, we're putting morality aside. We are talking about the raw mechanics of staying alive. If you were drowning in guilt or struggling to understand why walking away feels so agonizing, what follows is more than just an explanation. It is a deep dive into the emotional confinement system that has kept you trapped for decades. I'm not just going to show you the psychological black box behind it all. I'm handing you a survival blueprint. We're going to uncover how to navigate these toxic entanglements and why your departure is actually the single greatest act of salvation you can offer yourself and the generations to come. Stop the friendly fire. Let's begin. To the spectator, cutting ties looks like an impulsive snap. A switch flipped one morning and you just vanished. Your parents tell the world it came out of the blue. Your friends ask, but weren't you just laughing together at dinner? But that is the deception of the eruption effect. Think about a volcano. An explosion only seems instant to the people who ignored the tremors beneath the ground for decades. Magma doesn't materialize in a second. It gathers quietly, invisibly, suppressed by the weight of the earth, until the physics make it impossible to hold in any longer. Your departure wasn't a reflex. It was a saturation point. When they ask, "You're really leaving over this one trivial text?" what they don't understand is, you aren't reacting to today. You are reacting to a lifetime of todays. You didn't walk away because you stopped caring. You walked away because you ran out of capacity. It wasn't anger that finally closed the door. It was absolute, bone-deep depletion. But here is the terrifying part. Even after the volcano erupts, even after you walk away, your brain will scream at you to go back. Why? Why does the person who hurt you feel like the only person who can save you? To understand that, we have to look at the empty well of emotional neglect. We talk about wounds that bleed, but the deepest are made of silence. This is emotional neglect. It leaves no bruises. It's defined entirely by what never happened, the comfort, the protection, and the curiosity that never came. You learned early that your feelings were either too much or simply invisible. As an adult, you're still visiting the empty well, hoping that this time they'll finally see you. But every visit ends the same, with a dry bucket and a hollow chest. The hard truth? Most people leave not because of active malice, but passive inability. You cannot drink from a mirage, and returning is just a form of self-abandonment. Stop waiting for a ghost to give you closure. That hope is the trap keeping you bonded to the pain. Let's dismantle that cycle. If estrangement is so necessary, then why does staying so common? Why do we endure years, even decades of pain before finally stepping away? The answer lies in a powerful psychological trap: trauma bonding. Trauma bonding is deceptive because it isn't built on constant pain. It's built on inconsistency. It's a cutting remark followed by a sudden hug. It's weeks of cold silence followed by one perfect afternoon where they finally seem to get it. Your nervous system becomes conditioned to this. You start to behave like a gambler at a slot machine. You think, if I just try harder, if I stay quieter, if I pick the right moment, maybe I'll finally hit the jackpot of the love I deserve. You learn to mistake crumbs for a feast. This is the hope cycle. The tragedy isn't that you don't love your family. It's that you are in love with their potential, not their reality. You are holding space for a ghost, the version of them they could be, instead of accepting the person they consistently are. When people hear the words "no contact," they often imagine a drastic act of revenge. But distance is rarely a weapon. It is a strategy of survival. It's not a one-size-fits-all wall. It's a set of boundaries designed to keep your heart beating. Level 1, the information diet. Imagine your life is a house. You don't have to kick them off the property, but you must lock the front door. You still show up for coffee, you still answer the phone, but you only talk about the weather, the traffic, or the price of groceries. You stop inviting them into the master bedroom of your emotions. You move the relationship to the porch. You're saying, I am here, but my soul is no longer for sale. Level 2, the gray rock. This is for when they try to pick a fight. Instead of defending yourself, you become as uninteresting as a plain gray rock. When they throw a barb, you don't bleed. You give one-word answers. Okay, I see. Interesting. You starve the fire of its oxygen. By refusing to give them a reaction, you stop being a source of supply and start being a mirror of nothingness. Level 3, no contact. This is the emergency exit. We don't choose this because we hate them. We choose it because we've screamed stop 1,000 times and realized they were never holding the remote. We choose it because staying means losing ourselves 1 year at a time. Distance is not rejection. It is clarity. It is the moment you admit, I cannot change you. I cannot heal you, but I must heal me. We often think the moment you walk away is the climax of the pain, but the real struggle begins in the silence that follows. Psychologists call this ambiguous loss. It is a unique, haunting kind of grief. It's like living in a ghost story where the ghost is still alive, still waking up, still posting photos, yet emotionally unreachable. There is no funeral, no gravesite, and no closure, just a persistent ellipsis where an ending should be. In this silence, you're actually mourning 2 deaths. You're mourning the person you lost, but more painfully, you are mourning the parent you wished you had. You're finally burying the dream that one day they would change. This is why it's so confusing. Your nervous system finally exhales. The chaos is gone. But that relief, it often comes packaged with shame. You feel guilty for feeling good, as if choosing peace is an act of treason. For many of you, estrangement is not the end of your story. It is the opening scene of a life you were never allowed to fully live. Once the noise of the family drama quiets down, something unexpected begins to bloom. You. You stop shrinking yourself to fit into their box. You stop apologizing for simply existing. You begin to trust that inner voice that was silenced for so long. This journey transforms you into something incredibly powerful, a cycle breaker. We don't leave out of bitterness. We leave out of a fierce determination to say, this pain dies with me. You are refusing to hand down that emptiness to the next generation. You're protecting children who haven't even been born yet. Walking away doesn't mean you are heartless. It means you finally stopped setting yourself on fire just to keep them warm. If this video made you feel seen, I want you to do something for me. I want you to leave a comment, but not for me, for the version of you that was still trapped in that house. If you could go back to the night you were at your lowest, what is the one truth you would whisper to your younger self? Your story isn't a tragedy of loss, it's an epic of survival. Take care of yourself. You finally deserve to heal.